Hello everyone, this is Athat and I'm here to explain you about the Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. So Article 21 of the Indian Constitution says that no one shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by the law. So here it means that each and every person has a right to derive the benefits from Article 21 of the Constitution, or we could say each and every person has a right to exercise the Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, but they are not allowed to exercise the Article 21 of the Constitution in such a way which is causing threat to the society. And if that person is exercising Article 21 of the Constitution in such a way which is causing threat to the society, then in such situation that person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty as per the procedure established by law. So from here we could say that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution is not absolute. Here it means that certain restriction can be placed upon Article 21 of the Constitution. If any person causing threat to the society, then in such situation Article 21 can be curtailed or certain restriction can be placed upon it. So now let me give you one example. There was a case and the name of that case is A.K. Gopalan versus Union of India. So in that case what happened, A.K. Gopalan was detained under the Preventive Detention Act 1950 and he challenged the same before the court and contended that this Preventive Detention Act 1950 had curtailed his right to freedom, that is to say Article 19 clause 1 subclause D, and which has a direct relation with Article 21 of the Constitution. It means that the section imposed under the law Preventive Detention 1950 must be reasonable under Article 19 clause 5 of the Indian Constitution. Plus, he also contended that Article 19 clause 1 is a substantive right, whereas Article 21 of the Constitution is a procedural right. And he also contended that the word procedure established by law under Article 21 of the Constitution is quite similar to the word due process of law under the American Constitution. That is to say, it also includes the principle of natural justice. But the Supreme Court had rejected his all the contention and held by a majority that Article 21 only means the physical liberty and nothing more than the physical liberty. It means that Article 21 of the Constitution is limited only to the physical liberty and nothing more than the physical liberty under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Plus, the court had also rejected the contention of natural justice by saying that the word law used in Article 21 of the Constitution is used in the sense of lex, that is to say state-made law, rather than in the sense of just, that is to say the principle of natural. But in case of Khadak Singh versus State of Uttar Pradesh, it was held by the Supreme Court that Article 21 of the Constitution includes something more than the physical liberty except movement. It means that Article 21 of the Constitution is not only limited to the physical liberty but something more than the physical liberty except movement under Article 90. Then again the concept of personal liberty came up for consideration before the court, that is to say in case of Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. In that case it happened that the passport of the Maneka Gandhi was impounded by the central government under Section 10 clause 3 subclause 3 of Passport Act 1967. The central government has a power to restrict the passport of anyone else under Section 10 subclause 3 of Passport Act 1967 in the interest of general public. Please pay attention, I am saying in the interest of general public. But the Maneka Gandhi challenged this before the court that the impoundment of my passport by the central government under Section 10 subclause 3 of Passport Act 1967 is violative of Article 14 of the Indian Constitution because of arbitrariness. Why she said so? Because it did not provide the right of hearing to Menka Gandhi before her passport was impounded by the central government. Even the Menka Gandhi had also asked from the central government to furnish the reason that why you had impounded my passport under section 10 section 10 clause 3 subclause C of Passport Act 1967. But what the central government did, the central government denied to furnish the reason for the same to Menka Gandhi. Another contention of Menka Gandhi was that it was also violative of Article 21 of the Indian Constitution because the impoundment by the central government under section 10 clause 3 subclause 3 didn't prescribe any procedure as laid down in Article 21 of the Constitution. Plus, she also contended that the impoundment by the central government of my passport is also violative of Article 19 clause 1 subclause G. Delivering the majority judgment in this case, the court held that the action of the central government to impound the passport of the Menka Gandhi under section 10 clause 3 subclause C of the Passport Act 1967 is not justified. The court held that the procedure established by law under Article 21 of the Constitution must be reasonable. It could not be unfair because the principle of reasonableness is the base of Article 14 of the Constitution, which talks about the equality. That is to say, the Article 21 of the Constitution must answer the test of reasonableness with respect to Article 14 of the Indian Constitution. The court also said the power conferred by the section 10 clause 3 subclause 3 of Passport Act 1967 is a quasi-judicial power, and therefore because of this here the principle of natural justice is applicable. The court also said the natural justice is a harmonizing principle intended to invest law with fairness and to secure justice effectively to each and every person of this country. So on the basis of this, we could say that Article 21 of the Constitution must satisfy the following requirement in order to deprive person of his life or personal liberty, and those requirements are there must be some valid law, and that law must be made by the state under Article 12 of the Indian Constitution, and that law must be reasonable and fair, and that law must provide some procedure to deprive a person of his life or personal liberty, and another is that law must be conferred with Article 19 as well as Article 14. So that here from this we could say that Article 14, Article 19 as well as Article 21 of the Constitution are the triangles of the Constitution. So if the state wants to deprive a person of his life or personal liberty, then these requirements must be. Hence, we could say that right to travel abroad is a part of Article 21 of the Constitution. There was another case, and the name of that case is Satwant Singh versus Assistant Passport Officer, New Delhi. Even in that case also, the Supreme Court has held that right to travel abroad is a part of Article 21 of the Constitution. In that case, what happened? The petitioner had to travel abroad for some business purpose, and he was citizen of India, but the government of India ordered him to surrender his passport. So he challenged the same before the court of law on the ground that right to leave India or right to travel abroad or right to return India is a part of his personal liberty. That is to say, is a part of Article 21 of the Constitution, and the government could not deny him to surrender his passport in exercise of its executive power. The Supreme Court has held that Article 21 of the Constitution also includes right to travel abroad, and no one can be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to a procedure established by the law. So here we are done with Article 21 of the